All right, welcome friends. Now, up until this video, we've just seen one event type, and that is the click event. So we first select, and then we add an event listener. But as I said earlier, we've always used the click event, and of course, there are other types of events that we can use, or event handlers. We can say, call this function when I press enter or hover. And you might be wondering, well, is somebody keeping track? You keep saying that there's all kinds of different ways to do it. And in fact, there are. You can see a whole catalog of the different event types on the MDN website. So I highly recommend that you use this website for reference. And as I said, there are hundreds of these event types. In this course, we practice how you can use them. And it's from this website that you can find whatever type that you may need or want to learn, should you want to put them into practice. And then you can just use them as we've learned here. So remember, as a developer, you've got to be able to make searching, search engines, your favorite, my favorite, whatever. Well, it's a very important tool. It's out there. For instance, here we see keyboard events. Key down, key press, key up. We see some definitions here. So to be able to learn how to use this site, let's just have a look at a click event. So I'll click here. There's some notes. And look at this. Down here, we see some examples. And this is just like we did it in our course here. It selects an element and then adds an event listener. And as you can see, it's very clear. So let's look at another one. So I'll go and click on mouse over and see how similar this is as well. So when you mouse over, it calls this function, and when you mouse over, call this function. And here we see that when we call this function, it takes an argument, which is an event. We can reach these properties from this event. And we could use this event object in our own examples as well. So let's go to the code editor. And here in list parent, this function takes an argument named event, and we could say event dot target dot style instead of list parent. Okay, so go back to the browser again. And what do you see here? This is that usage. So I wanted to bring you to the site because when you make your own projects, you can come back in here and have a look at what you think you may need. So now I want to use these mouse over and mouse out events to create a hover effect. So I'll go to my code again. Here in my HTML file, I've created a to-do list. So I made a UL list, and inside of it, we've got 4 list items. Every list item has a class named to-do item. So now I want to make it so that when I'm over this list item, I want to change its background to blue and its color to white. And then when I come over here to this item, then this first item needs to return its default situation. And this time, this item is going to have a blue background and a white color. All right? So it'll go on and on like this. And then finally, I want to add another event here. So when I click on the list items, and I want to add a line above the items to show us that it's done. All right, so that's what I wanted to show you in this video, the MDM website, and you'll find that extraordinarily useful. You can always come back here and take a look for inspiration, or if you're blanking on a particular function. We talked about a to-do list. Now, in the next video, we're going to make a to-do list. All right, and I really do want you to try it on your own first before watching the next video. I know it's a bit of a different way around on a quiz, but I think you can do it. All right, so we'll just pause here and continue in the next video.